This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, December the 4th, is a famous pole vaulter. Now, I know it's a weird sport, it's track and field star, and I have to explain pole vaulting, but it's not. It's harder than it looks. Anyway, this man is a Soviet Union / Ukraine legend, part of the International Association of Athletics Federation (IAAF) Hall of Fame, one of the inaugural guys. He won 6 consecutive world championships and broke the world record for pole vault 35 times. He is an icon who had the indoor world record for 2 decades and the outdoor record for 26 years, which was amazing. He is senior vice president of the IAAF, serving since 2007, and one-time president of the National Olympic Committee of Ukraine. He is an honorary member of the ILC and is a legend. He's 60 years old. His name is Sergei Bubka. Sergei Bubka was born in Luhansk, in what is now Ukraine, but of course part of the Soviet Union. He was a star track and field athlete in the 100-meter dash and long jump. But when he turned to pole vault, he was a world-class champion. In 1983, at the age of 19 plus, he actually shocked the world by winning at the first ever world championship in Helsinki, 1983, the pole vault. He was very much unknown. And then would set the world record in 1984 for 5.85 meters. The bar at 5.85 meters, or 19 feet 2 inches. Now, to try to explain pole vault, I can't explain it as well as I think I can. But anyway, you run down a track, kind of like long jump, but there's this little pit area that you have a pole, and then what you do with the pole is you would stick it into the ground, and then you would try to lift yourself up onto the pole and over the bar, kind of like high jump. So it's a kind of a mix between long jump and high jump in a sense, but you have a pole to fall over the bar and all of that. Canada has Sean Barber as a world-class champion, but anyhow, Bubka would compete for the Soviet Union, of course, until the dissolution of the USSR. But the Soviet sports system rewarded athletes for setting world records, and he would do a lot of things. He would get lots of bonus payments and all that. Anyway, Sergei Bubka did his job, and he was unknown. He won the 1983 World Championship and won the world thing. And then in Paris in July 1985, he hit 6 meters. He cleared 6 meters for the first time, 19 feet 8 inches, or practically more than three and a bit times higher than I am in height. So anyway, it was considered unattainable, but he did it. Bubka would actually hold the record and would always better his own record for many years, and had the world record of 6.14 meters, aka 20 feet 1 and 3/4 inches by 1994. He was a legend and all that. The funny thing was, when he jumped over 6.1 meters in 1991, nobody could even hit 607 till 2014. 23 years. That's how good this guy was. He would increase the world record by 8 inches in a 10-year period between 84 and 94, and nobody even broke his world records. He broke his own world records and all that. So in 2001, he would officially retire from pole vault. Man, this guy was a legend. Bubka was a legend in the World Championships. Every World Championship from 1983 to 1997, he would win gold. He did it in Helsinki in 83, Rome in 87, Tokyo in 91, and then they decided to do the World Championships every 2 years instead of 4, unlike the Olympics. 93 in Stuttgart, 95 in Gothenburg, Sweden, and 97 in Athens. He was just that good. The only problem was, as well as he was in the World Championships, the Olympic Games was not really his best stuff. In 1984, he was poised to be part of the Olympics, but of course that was when the Soviets boycotted the Los Angeles Summer Games in response to the U.S. and many nations, including Canada, boycotting the 1980 Olympics in Moscow. So anyway, he actually could have won the gold medal if he was allowed to compete. Anyway, 1988, he actually did win the gold medal, so at least that was good. He won the gold medal. But in 92, he failed his first 3 attempts and was out in Barcelona, right there. At the Atlanta Olympics in 96, he injured himself and couldn't compete. And in 2000, he was in the final, but 3 unsuccessful attempts at 5.7 meters, and he was out. So it looked like Bubka had blown it and all that. He had some very good techniques and all that. He would grip the pole higher than most athletes to gain extra leverage and all that. He would be part of a new pole for pole vaulting and all that. He would win some sporting stuff, including being part of the IAAF, being the vice president of the organization, and then being the part of the National Olympic Committee and all that. He stepped aside in November 2022. But anyway, he got involved with the IOC, and he was running for president of the IOC, but lost to Thomas Bach. But yeah, he's done pretty well for Ukraine and for the Soviets in general. Pole vaulting is not as easy as it looks. Like, you got your long jump, which you run down and then jump on a board and then land in some sand. You have the high jump when you try to vault yourself over a bar. You have the javelin, which you have to throw kind of a spear thing into the ground. You got shot put, which you have to put a metal ball close to you and try to spin and throw it. You got the discus, which you have to, like, the disc and all that, and the hammer throw, which is pretty bad too. But pole vaulting was huge, and the fact of the matter is, he broke the record several times, and he broke his own records. Nobody even touched his world records for 2 decades. So that's dominance, is it not? Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.